Margaret Hodge. She is another disgusting MP lining her own pockets and also possibly covering up for paedophiles. Hodge and her ilk, i.e. all MPs, think the public who they are supposed to serve are so stupid that we won't look into anything related to them or their past. Well, we just have to accept what they tell us and move along. These aren't the droids you're looking for. Well, as the public awaken from their slumber, we're seeing through transvestite-looking people like Margaret Hodge, and those skeletons will come back and scare off her moustache. Here we have a clip of Hodge having a go at Amazon, Starbucks and Google for not paying tax in the UK.
I mean, honestly, you come to us with absolutely no information. What's your job?
So I'm Director of Public Policy for Amazon across Europe.
Well, I mean, I think what we'll continue this afternoon, but I think what we're going to have to do is order somebody to come who can give us answers to the questions we ask. And we will order somebody to appear before us who does that, because it's just not acceptable. I don't know what you take us for, but we're not, we need proper answers to perfectly proper questions which are trying to establish the economic activity in this country and therefore what would be a reasonable corporation tax due. That's our job. The idea that you come here simply don't answer the questions, pretend ignorance, is just not on. It's awful.
But while she was spewing hatred at these companies for pissing all over the UK tax system, her family company was doing exactly the same thing. Her family company paid only £163,000 tax on revenues over 2.1 billion. Talk about pot kettle black. One rule for us and one rule for manly-looking female MPs, eh? However, for Hodge, it gets worse than just double standards for a few quid. You see, in 1990, Hodge was Blair's neighbour in Richmond Crescent in Islington, and she was also leader of the Islington Council. It was reported to her by senior social workers that a paedophile ring was operating in the borough and that children were being sexually abused in Islington care homes. Hodge's response to that? Well, she chose not to back a thorough investigation. Instead, she dismissed all their concerns and accused them of being obsessional. When the story was exposed 2.5 years later in October 1992 in the London Evening Standard, her response was equally aggressive. She accused a newspaper of sensationalist piece of gutter journalism. It would be a further 2.5 years and 5 independent reports later before this manly-looking MP would half-heartedly admit that she was wrong. Yet, she would have known as early as 1991 that paedophiles were preying on children in Islington's care and did nothing. Why would Hodge not back an investigation into a paedophile ring in her borough that she was the leader of? If she attacked the paedophile issue with as much vigour as she attacked Amazon, Google and Starbucks' tax issue, maybe we would have gotten some answers back then. Why didn't she do this? Why was she apparently covering up for this paedophile ring? Surely if there was any doubt, you, as a decent human being, would do all you could to get to the bottom of this scandal, wouldn't you, Margaret Hodge? As more and more comes out about the scale of the child sex abuse in the UK, I hope Margaret Hodge's feet get held to the fire over this.